Hi there. Imagine waking up and you find 1 million Kenya shillings in your account. What will you do with it? Will you buy a new set of furniture? Will you buy a car? What will you do? In this video, I'm going to share with you strategies you can utilize for you to be able to grow that particular 1 million to even 10 million over time in case you adopt the right strategies. That's what I'm going to discuss in this video. You are all much welcomed. My name is Afagza Sifuna. For most people out there, the biggest mistake they make is they start consuming that 1 million Kenya shillings. Okay? Of course, you sitting there and assuming 1 million is already a lot of money is a mistake. Think about it. A decent car could cost you even 4 million Kenya shillings. A 3-bedroom apartment could even cost you 10 million shillings in Nairobi. Many businesses require millions to just get started. So 1 million is not arrival money, it's not big money. It is an opportunity for you to create money. The second mistake many people try out there is trying to double the money quickly. Whenever someone says, I can turn your 1 million to 2 million in 3 months, run for your dear life because you are about to get conned big time. High returns are not always coming from those quarters you think about. And even so, the quarters where returns come from, they come at decent rates, small rates, slow but sure. Before you even think about doubling your money, protecting your capital is very important as you increase it steadily. That is why think about how the rich do build wealth instead of jumping at consumption or get rich quick schemes. Okay? Because the rich people understand wealth is built over time. Most wealthy people combine 3 things when they are building wealth. They combine growing assets, business cash flows, and patience. You grow assets from businesses and also patience. All these ensure you do increase your money. Case in point, a person called James maybe get particular money, okay? They go and buy a German machine second-hand car. They buy some designer clothes, weekend trips. 3 years later, the money has vanished, okay? Another person, let me say someone called Brian, they get the 1 million shilling, okay? And they decide to approach it differently. For example, they decide to put part of the money in stock market. Part of it, they decide, for example, to buy a business or start their own business. And then part of it, even a small percentage, is what they use maybe for their own gratification. That tells you Brian is going to have made a wise decision because that is how wealth is built. Okay? Prioritize asset, delay gratification by being patient, and avoid liabilities. Let's now practically look at a strategy we can use for us to grow this. The first strategy is investing in dividend stocks. Let's start with one of my favorite investments, dividend paying shares at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. And of course, companies in the banking sector, like for example, NCBA, KCB, Stanchart, and other established sectors out there, EABL, you name it, have a history of paying shareholders dividend. Okay? Dividends are not really paid each and every day, each and every week, but they are paid annually. Once declared, whether interim or final dividend, this is an amazing, sure way you can be able to make money, not by betting on share appreciation, rather by you banking on dividends. Of course, the shares might just increase a little bit, but the real money is going to come in dividends by you investing in dividend stocks. Case in point, if you invest 1 million Kenya shilling, okay, and your portfolio earns an average of 8% in dividend, it's going to mean roughly that particular year you're going to get 80K in dividend. Please note, entire of it is passive income because once you invest, you won't actually be waking up every day to go and work to earn that particular 80K at the end of the year. This is totally passive income. And if you plow it back, it's going to grow big time, okay? And then the second strategy I'm going to use to grow the 1 million is to buy a business, not buying a job. Many Kenyans dream of opening a business, but here is the mistake they typically do. Okay? They buy themselves another job, not a business really. If your business stops making money today, okay, will it stop making money in case you stop working? If the answer is yes, you don't own a business, you own employment. If you have to show up there each and every day for you to be able to get paid, That is employment, whether it is self-employment or you being employed by someone. That's not a business which you are setting up systems to reward you. And by the way, we in Kenya have systems which can assist us be able to create businesses. I'm talking about businesses with systems. Case in point, could you create digital products? Okay. Could you own vending machines which are automated? Could you build logistics company which operate without you being the one to drive the vehicles each and every day? The goal is not just profit, it's creating assets where someone else is able to do the work, and even after some time you can be able to sell it at insane amounts of money. And then the third strategy is use real estate wisely. Many people believe that 1 million Kenya shilling isn't enough for real estate. That's not entirely true. But then again, you need to be cautious when you are approaching real estate because there are nuances to it, right? 1 million, of course, can't buy you a house in a place like, for example, Karen, Kilimani, you name it. But then again, it can't be enough to assist you, for example, buy land in developing areas, have joint ventures, circle property investments, buying real estate investment trusts, and even starting to build rental units over time. But there is a caveat to this. Don't lock that entire amount of money if it's the only money you have. And I'm saying so because if you're not able to flip the money real quick, yet cash flow is king, you're going to suffer. But then again, the upside is also there. So, you having heard what I've talked about, you are appreciating the power of investment. Yes, 1 million shilling cannot become 10 million overnight. Okay? You need to invest, reinvest, basically utilize the power of compounding. Case in point, if you invest 1 million Kenya shillings, okay, and after 1 year you make 300,000 Kenya shilling, instead of you withdrawing that money to go and do party after party, you decide to reinvest back. It's gonna mean your capital in the new year is gonna be 1.3 million Kenya shilling. The process repeats itself, assuming the growth is 30% each year. That is gonna tell you your initial 1 million after a few tens of years is gonna be tens of millions too. That is how you can flip 1 million Kenya shilling through strategic investment. Okay, you putting your money on those investments or assets which are paying you maybe dividends or are very low on risk. You purchasing or building a business, not being an employee, okay? And being patient to see how you are able to grow your wealth. That is going to assist you be able to flip 1 million shilling to whichever millions out there. Guys, do you believe you can be able to flip 1 million Kenya shillings to even 10 million Kenya shillings? In case you are a business person, okay? In case you have been able to invest before, comment in the comment section below. How much did you start with? Were you able to optimize on the all possibilities of investing or growing a business? Basically, you putting your money in that particular business, or you investing in dividends, for example, dividend stocks out there, or even banking on on share appreciation, you name it, and then have the patience of seeing your investment grow year in, year out without you panicking, without you cashing out. That patience needed for you to be able to grow wealth through the power of compounding, plowing back your profits, plowing back your dividends. Have you done it before? If yes, comment down below in the comment section. In case you are budding to also invest, comment down below in the comment section. Let's continue bouncing ideas there. But I believe you can start with whichever amount of money. If you are disciplined, you have the right strategies, you can be able to grow wealth. Cheers, guys. Look forward to catching up with you in the next videos. Take care.